They had two woody woodpeckers up front dancing, and then they screamed out open. And now if you look all the way over there, and like you can see people sprinting into the park now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, she's squeaky.
I think Michael's gonna talk.
Oh, it's bright. Alright, so it's about 9 o'clock in the morning now. We've been keeping an eye on the entrance to the park for the past hour, and it's just been crowded the entire time. And we figured we'd wait until the crowds died down, but the crowds never died down, so we're just gonna go now. Oh, you're so squeaky.
This trip to Universal was a bit of a spontaneous decision on our part, mostly prompted by their Cool Japan event. What is Cool Japan? I'm so glad you asked. This event features special rides, shows, and merch from Detective Conan, Monster Hunter, Final Fantasy, and of course, Sailor Moon.
Look at all the chocobos! And there's the Final Fantasy ride.
This is a limited summer event that they do every year, but they always change up the rides. So this year was particularly popular, and they ended up extending some of the rides for one more month.
And then we crack his head open and we eat his brains. Oh. Okay. Alright, thank you. So, we're in front of the Final Fantasy ride right now, and there's a food booth right here that has, first of all, a chocobo. And his head has popcorn in it. Refillable popcorn. Yes, thank you. Oh, it's hard to get back in there though. Alright, and cactar churros. The wait for the ride is 3.5 hours. So when you walk into the park, the first area that you end up seeing is kind of their Hollywood area, but right behind that is their New York area, which is where they have the Spider-Man ride.
What we really like about this area is that it's classic comic book, cartoon style Spider-Man, which is the one we grew up with, and it's just really, really cool.
So full disclosure, the entire ride's in Japanese. That being said, it's still by far one of my favorite rides at the park, and this time we bought ourselves some Spider-Man ramen. I don't know how that fits into the canon of the MCU universe, but it's just awesome the fact that you can go to Japan and get Spider-Man ramen. We got a Spider-Man one again. Last time we were here, they had two kinds. They had this one, which was, and I'm quoting, Chinese filling, and the other one was the black Spider-Man, the symbiote Spider-Man. That one was pizza filling, but this time they only have the red one.
Now, since the most important thing for us on our trips is to eat, we ended up eating lunch pretty early, which meant no lines. And although we hadn't intended to, we ended up buying all the Sailor Moon stuff on the menu, like all of it. Sailor Moon for lunch. We did it.
Alright, so we just got food. We got the Sailor Moon plate set. Come with a salad, soup, a fish-shaped bread. It's either a cat or it's fish. So now it's time to eat. That's just for show. The actual salad is underneath.
Now the focus of our trip, Cool Japan, which means they had a store solely dedicated to their Cool Japan stuff, which meant one side entirely dedicated to Sailor Moon and the other side dedicated to everything else. So I had a list in my mind of stuff that I wanted to buy, and about 75% of that stuff was sold out, which was really disappointing. But they still had a whole bunch of other cool stuff. They had pouches and pillows and pajama sets, and to be perfectly honest, it was still really hard to restrain myself.
What they had a lot of, and by a lot I mean they were always there in stock, were the USJ Sailor Moon wands.
And that would be mostly due to their Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon The Miracle 4D show. We actually got express passes because I was dying to see it. I am hardcore Sailor Moon fan. The show was really cool to watch, but it was basically a long commercial for the actual wand. So I basically paid to watch a long commercial to tell me to buy something else.
Okay, so we got a Minions pup, but we were normally gonna get this over there by the Minions area. There's a pizza place that has these. That pizza place is packed, like a really long line, like at least a 30-40 minute wait to order and then get your food. But if you come over to the Hollywood area over here by the Hollywood Dream Ride, there is a pink cafe, Sebastian Robbins cafe, and they serve it there and there's no line. I hope it looked good from your angle because it didn't look that great from my angle. Banana. Oh, there's like the street cream and the banana cream. It's good.
Like at Hong Kong Disneyland, we ran into some carnival games.
And since I had fun playing it in Hong Kong Disneyland, I thought I'd give it a try. Plus we saw a bunch of little kids winning these huge Gudetama plushies. And they made it look so easy.
Now the Minions area is the newest part of the park, which means it was the most packed part of the park.
And it's no wonder why. There's a bunch of stuff in the area to look at. There's minions everywhere. They have motion sensors set up so when you walk by, the minions will talk to you. Just the entire area is really immersive.
The area also has a ton of snacks. Really cute snacks. We didn't get to try everything, unfortunately, because we had been snacking throughout the entire day. But if you really are into Minions, save your appetite and try everything.
Alright, so we figured out why they got rid of the pizza buns for Venom. Because they added the Minion buns, which are cheese and pizza. Mozzarella. They don't need to see, I need to eat it. There's no trees. We knew the lines were gonna be long, so we grabbed some express passes for it, and that was our first mistake.
And our second mistake was getting on the ride. If someone put you in a dryer and put you on tumble dry and hit start, that's what this ride felt like.
It's a cool concept, but honestly, you're better off just going on a different ride or maybe just doing some shopping in the area.
That being said, while there's Minion merchandise literally all over the entire park, in this area you can get these really cool Minions Bite ice cream items. I'm not really into Minions, but even I had to pick something up.
So we're here in front of the Harry Potter area. That's the Harry Potter stuff for the entrance. And they added something new this year, or this time, that they didn't have last time. Last time they sold regular wands, this time they are selling magic wands. They give you a map of the Harry Potter area, and there's special spots where the wand actually does things, which should be pretty cool. All the spells that you can use, oh, and on the back it's in English. Haha, this is gonna work. So this time we got, whose wand is this?
Sirius Black.
It's Sirius Black's wand. Basically, there's something at the tip where you can shoot the spell, I guess. Oh wow, that's interesting. Let's go cast some spells and see what's up. Got our map? You want the map? Every time we go, we always set aside a huge chunk of time for the Harry Potter area, and this time Lexi was super excited because we picked up the magic wand before we headed in. You're so happy.
Along with the amazing Spider-Man ride, I'd have to say that the Harry Potter ride is one of our favorites. And last time we went on the ride, as much as we loved it, the 3D effect was just so nauseating.
And I guess everyone else thought so too because they actually took it out.
It is way better without the 3D effect. You don't have to wear the glasses. And actually, I think it's probably scarier.
So you can either get a platter for 4 for 76. Each person is another 19, or you can just get like Purple. Ooh. Fish and chips. Hogshead Brew. They actually have a beer. Oh, they actually have beer. I'm getting a beer. Okay, so the last time we came here, the one thing we didn't get to do was we couldn't eat at 3 Broomsticks because the 3 Broomsticks closes at 7. And they're like an actual restaurant. They have like a bunch of different set menus. They serve ribs, they serve corn, they serve fish and chips, which Alexis is eating right now. A little bit small for 1900 yen. But they also serve their own brand of Hogshead beer. And inside there's actually like a moving hogshead. Did you see it? Kind of scary actually. And they also have frozen butterbeer. That's actually pretty good. It's like an ale. Wanna try some? Ah. She's like, that's too much. That was way too much. Of the 3 parks that have the Harry Potter themed areas in them, this one's probably the smallest. That being said, it's still cool to know that this one's different from all the other ones, and the attractions here are going to be different from all the other ones too. Alexis, you're the only adult in this ride. We're about done right now. The last thing that we want to do before we leave Hogsmeade and the Harry Potter area in general is take a real quick look at the castle.
If you have a fast pass, you miss all the cool stuff in the castle. So if you use a fast pass, you can just walk through the castle, so you can check out all the cool stuff that you missed.
And there's also cool stuff that you don't get to see if you don't go through the walk.
About an hour before the park closes, all the wait times drastically drop, and that's because they usually have the parades going on. So if you don't mind missing out on the parades, you should definitely use this time to go and ride something that would have taken you 3 hours otherwise. Since Michael's not really into roller coasters, we use this time to go on Jaws. This ride actually has about a 2-hour wait, which we thought was really odd, so we decided to check it out. Imagine if you were on Disneyland's Jungle Cruise, and then everything went horribly, horribly wrong. It's kind of like that, so I can kind of see why it's so popular. And that's how we ended our night, with the beautiful face of Jaws. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, please do subscribe. I'll leave all the links down for you in the description box below. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. And that's it. Be on the lookout for my haul video along with my hotel review. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!